Hello, welcome to CakeLiker. This is my new second channel. This, I guess, officially means that I'm putting my other channels to rest. PieDisliker Swag was purely meant to be MLP related content, and PieDisliker Swagger was a YouTube channel that was entirely dedicated to the behind the scenes of that channel. And now that I've emphasized my time on the PieDisliker channel, I thought it would only be appropriate to make a second channel dedicated to this channel. So I want to talk a bit about my shift in mindset that I've had over the past month, the changes that I've overtaken. This is off the cuff. I'm not going to do any editing. This is purely just off the top of my head. And I just want to talk about some things that were on my mind. I want to talk about how I've implemented a plan to actually grow this channel. And I want to talk about what kind of information I've been taking in. So, first of all, this channel has actually seen quite a bit of growth over the past month. And if we go into like my channel history of like subscribers, I'm sure I can pull that up. So actually, it's funny that I record this because this is the last day that the Mr. Beast live stream with like the world's hardest riddle will be showing up on my analytics, which means that I'll be going back down to my average. That had over 1,600 views, which is incredible. And yeah, that'll put me back within the average because it says that I got 1.2 thousand more than usual when it comes to views. And my watch time, I'm sure, will go down quite a bit, but it still might be up. I'm not too sure. I did also get quite a bit of a subscriber boost that day. I gained like 9 subscribers during that Mr. Beast stream, which I haven't really seen except August 16th, 2020, when I got 7 subscribers. And other than that, it's been like 1, 2, 3. Oftentimes I'll lose 1 subscriber. But I'm seeing things differently now on this YouTube channel. I actually see an opportunity to grow. And even if I had 0 subscribers, I see an opportunity to grow from scratch now. I think I understand YouTube better than I ever did in my 10, 11 years of running YouTube channels. I actually made this channel in 2009. So I guess you could say that I've been doing it for 11 years now. I want to talk a bit about okay, so if we go back into the past with the subscribers, let's say the last year, like, it's all been very static, and it still looks kind of static, but guess what? I got wait, yeah, this is by subscribers by video. So I got 7 subscribers on June 17th because Little Z shouted me out for making the reaction video to his content like years ago. And since I still had that old video up, people they found my video, and yeah, I mean, it was like a very short shout out, but since Little Z grew his channel, it was huge. So I actually gained 7 subscribers that day. And I gained 6 subscribers during one of my Persona 5 Royal streams. I still don't know how that happened, but it did. So even from like solving the Mr. Beast riddle, if you can see it down here, it's actually only 4 subscribers that I gained from that stream. And technically I did have 2 different streams, so I don't know, it's kind of interesting. But I also want to talk about my shift in strategy. So right now you can see that like my videos that have done the most, that are getting the most engagement, are these tier list videos. And I realized when I went back and like looked at some of my older videos, like I put a lot of effort into like the ranking cartoon theme songs, and they really didn't get that much attention. None of them crossed the 100 view threshold. However, when you go into some of my older videos like this, the social media tier list, that got 257 views. When you look at the Disney movie tier list, 276. And these didn't even have custom thumbnails at the time. I kind of just changed them at the time. And then I decided to change them again because I know that like a lot of the tier list videos that I watched showed the tier list in the thumbnail. And technically, I don't want to have spoilers in my tier list thumbnails, so I change up the order so it doesn't actually reflect what the actual video consists of. So it's free of spoilers. I also got this 300 view from this post about the Reddit April Fool's prank that they did. Which I thought was kind of amusing. If you look back at my old Honey Pop video, the Double Date trailer reaction. Trailer reactions still get a lot of views. They got 47 likes, and they got over 3,000 views, which is actually really good for this channel, considering that most of the views on this channel stick to double digits. I also used to make video essays, and I still kind of want to, but video essays take a lot of energy and time. And even though they like did pretty decent with the view count, they weren't sustainable. It's not something that I could pump out on a regular basis, and it took a lot out of me. So it wasn't as fun. And that's originally like how I was gonna like rebrand the channel and everything. I got an intro and I was gonna work on video essays, and then, well, I kind of had a shift in mindset over the past year, I guess you could say. This Persona 5 opening trailer, or opening reaction, I should say, got 5,000 views, which is incredible, 64 likes. So, and those were, like, those reaction videos were pretty low effort. Like, I've definitely had reaction videos where I put a lot of more energy in it. This rant video that I put on Twitter about Twitter still got like over 1,000 views, which kind of blows my mind. And I think given time, I think that the Yandere Dev meme tier list will pass 1,000 views over the course of a longer period of time. I think what really inspired my change in passion for YouTube, what reignited it, was actually a desire to grow my Twitch channel, because I really enjoy live streaming, and I was like, okay, but how can I get more people to attend my live streams? Well, turns out there's this YouTube channel called Devin Nash, and there's a few others like Harris Heller that will give you advice on how to grow your Twitch channel, and they keep mentioning about how Twitch has no discovery, and if you want to get discovered on Twitch, you need to get discovered on other platforms. So YouTube's a great outlet for that. But there are other great outlets too, like TikTok and I guess Twitter, Facebook, just other places where people can discover you aside from Twitch, because like the only integrated feature for discovery really on Twitch are like raids. And even then, like, who's gonna raid you if nobody knows who you are? Like, if you have a friend that's a Twitch streamer, you'll get lucky, but that's pretty much it. So yeah, now I've collected like a bunch of different ideas, and I've taken in a lot of information on how to grow my Twitch channel because of them. Like, I think scheduling content is actually significantly more important than I originally gave it credit for. I never scheduled videos on PieDisliker Swag, and that channel did well just because I was always motivated to keep making videos. And now I'm motivated again, but I have a schedule behind me which essentially pressures me to release 2 videos a week. And I think that's crucial, because even though I have videos that are essentially flops, like my new Fall Guys video did terrible. It got 16 views, 1 comment, 3 likes. How am I supposed to know if I don't experiment? So it gives me the incentive to experiment and keep making different content. My Mr. Beast riddle video on that huge hit stream that I had has 39 views. That's an absolute failure. I paid money to Mike to edit that video in chance that it would go viral. If I don't release it, I don't know. And I really thought it had a chance at going viral, but I guess it didn't. I guess it's old news now. I've also went back and I changed the thumbnails. These used to, when I released them, they had text on them, like big orange text. And now I'm kind of avoiding text in general, unless it's a logo. I usually am going to avoid text in my videos. I just feel like having pictures, even if you have 2 pictures, it can kind of be more effective. I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I think the title works just fine when it comes to having text. You don't need to have, like in my tier list videos, I don't need text. I can just put up a picture and have the tier list in the background. People immediately know what it is. Like the Fall Guys tier list. It's a Fall Guy, and it's got a tier list in the background. Simple enough. People recognize it. But yeah, I've got like a bunch of videos that I want to do, and I'm gonna keep doing tier lists every week because it's just, I've recognized that there's a demand for it. It's something that I want to stick with, and I think, you know, it's topical generally, and maybe I'll stick with more topical tier list ideas. Excuse me. Because while the Super Mario tier list might not have done well, the Fall Guys tier list did. Yandere Dev memes did. It looks like the VTuber tier list is doing pretty well. It's getting a decent amount of traction. We've already got 60 views within 1 day. That's pretty good. Actually, I'll go into the analytics, and you can kind of get a better idea of how my videos are performing. So in the very beginning, it's kind of typical. Then it's like a little bit above average. Then I got a little bit of a spike, and now that spike has turned into consistent growth. So instead of it just being a spike, it's actually you can see that it's still growing, whereas like it kind of tends to level off a little bit more. Like essentially around this period of time, I'm supposed to have 14 to 26 views on average. I've got 58, so it's like double the average. So that's really good. When it comes to the watch time, well, I got like a huge initial boost right away from like early viewers who like sat and watched through the whole video, which I mean makes sense. Your subscribers are the most likely to actually watch your entire video. But I'm still having growth in watch time, and you're seeing like all these little spikes and everything, and it's like really building up. So it looks like the VTuber tier list video is going to do pretty well. Now again, the first day may not necessarily reflect how the video is going to do long term, but it's just something to keep in mind. Let's go take a look at my Yandere Dev meme tier list, because the video has been out longer now. This video has been out about a week, 8 days essentially. So you can see like that initial takeoff, and the gray area is where the average of my videos are. And you can see, wow, that was a huge spike. It's still rising, still rising pretty consistently to this day. So that's good. It definitely means that it's got a lot of potential to grow. Even though I only gained 1 subscriber, it's getting a lot of views. So let's go into the reach. The impressions are essentially like how many people see your video in a line of videos on their experience on YouTube. So how many people could potentially click on your video? Well, here it's got 2.7 thousand, almost 3,000. Your impression click-through rate, 7.5%. So 7.5% of people that saw my video clicked on it, which isn't bad. I think anything above 5% is generally pretty good. So that generally means that like your thumbnail is attractive and your title is good. Your views, again, we've already kind of seen how my views have grown. And then unique viewers, like how many individual viewers per each day, and it's kind of fluctuating. Like at first it went up and then it went down, but then it went back up again, and then it went down again, and now it's gone up a little bit. So that's good. It hasn't just like gone down. It hasn't gone back down, which is good. Like it sort of peaked for like the first and second day, but then after that, like, you know, it's kind of leveled a bit, but it's not bad. It's still getting consistent viewership. And yeah, I think this chart is kind of helpful on showing, okay, so here's how many people had impressions of your video that had a chance to click on it. With the 7.5 click-through rate, you got 192 views, which it's more than that. It hasn't shown everything yet. This is the more like real-time updates. Watch time for impressions. So with how many views, how many people have actually how many hours have people watched your content from this one video? And then you can see like the source of like where people are getting your videos from. So right now this video is 80% coming from searches, and you can see like all of the different searches available. You got Yandere Dev meme, Yandere Dev meme, but spaced out, Yandere Dev memes, Yandere Dev memes, Yandere Simulator, Yandere Dev Discord speedrun, Yandere Dev face, Yandere Dev spin, and yeah, it's just kind of interesting. You can see like the traffic source and how most views come from the search. That's the blue line right here. The green line are your browse features. So this is if YouTube is starting to recommend content, whether it be in suggested videos, like recommended for you, or it's just like on the YouTube homepage or something like that. So at some point it did. No, wait. Actually, it's not showing that. These are all the different searches, but let me find that page real quick. I know it's on here. How do I find that again? Oh, device type. So it shows that most people watched it on a phone, but there were a decent amount that watched it on a desktop computer. I thought that's kind of interesting. Impressions? Yeah, okay, yeah, impressions. So this is what I'm really looking for right here. So, yeah, at the first couple of days, most people found it through YouTube search, but some people did find it through the browse features. So it actually was getting recommended to a decent amount of people for the first couple of days, and then it kind of died down. Suggested videos is the purple line. That's where a lot of reaction videos get popular because they show up as suggested under the original video. It might not be recommended to you, but it's related content, which is how I essentially grew my previous YouTube channel. But I think dominating the YouTube search can definitely do wonders for you. That's why pop culture videos tend to do so well, because what are people searching the most? That's kind of what you need to think of when you're making a YouTube video. How are people going to find it? Most of the time, it's going to be the YouTube search. And then if you do happen to get a viral video, browse features might surpass your YouTube search views. I've watched other YouTubers that have like shown the analytics of their viral videos, and essentially the first before their videos took off, YouTube search dominated, and then after their YouTube video off, the YouTube started recommending their video just through their algorithm. That's where the browse features come in. Whereas suggested videos are like, if you're doing something very similar to someone else and they happen to get a lot of views, you can kind of piggyback off of their viewership by making a similar video or a related video. And if it shows up next to one of their videos, there you go. You got a bunch of suggested video views. So that's essentially, yeah, that's essentially where I'm at right now. Again, 80% found my video through YouTube search. So YouTube search is kind of crucial to me growing my content. But now that I understand that, I can understand how to make videos that get higher viewership. Like, this is something within my control. This isn't just something that the algorithm, I have to just throw it in the hands of the algorithm and hope that I get the right card pulled and that it all comes down to luck. Luck is a part of it, but it's not as much of a part of it. It's not as out of my control as I once thought it was. And I'm starting to think that if anyone, okay, depending on the type of content you're willing to make, anyone can make it on YouTube. Not everyone, but anyone. I should say that much. Because there are a limited amount of viewers and there's a limited amount of people that actually will make it. But I think anyone has the potential. They just need to have the right strategy. They need to make the right type of content. And I'm still kind of trying to figure that out. Again, I've got plenty of other video ideas. It's just a matter of experimentation and seeing what does well and what doesn't do well. And I think I'm going to continue experimenting for some time until I truly get into a rhythm of what's going on. And while it's great to just do content that you make content that you just want to make, there's still, you need, if you want to grow on YouTube, you need to have people find your videos. You need to be discoverable. That's where like all the pop culture videos come in. That's where all the controversial videos come in. That's why so many people have Pokemon in their thumbnails. It's because people are clicking on them. Because people are searching up the Pokemon controversy all the time. And if you don't want to dab into that, you're losing viewership, and that's kind of a sacrifice you have to be willing to make. And, well, I'm not making any Pokemon content, so that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. But it's totally given me a different perspective on how to rebrand my content on YouTube. And I'm still like trying to stream on a regular basis as well. I've tried doing stream highlights because I see Twitch streamers and I discover them through their stream highlights on YouTube. But now I'm realizing nobody really cares to see my stream highlights because nobody knows who I am. So in order for people to click on my video, they don't know who I am. I need to do trendy topics like this, which I can work with that. So yeah, hope you enjoy this brief conversation. I guess it's not so brief, it's a 26-minute long video, but yeah, hope you appreciate the conversation, and feel free to leave a comment below if you're interested in hearing more about these kind of topics. If you have any questions, I can try to answer them. Yeah, this is just going to be me essentially talking about whatever I feel like, but right now I'm like so passionate about YouTube again that it's given me an opportunity to do this kind of analytical content. Alright, I'm out. Take care. Peace out. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.